Okie dokie now. Today I'm going to show you guys a little bit about some doors. And I'm not talking about the back door or the front door. I'm talking about the rail doors. Alright? So come on in, let me show you a few things. Interior. Okay, you'll see this. I'm going to show you this door first. It does not close. Okay, so today I'm going to show you guys how to sand down a door to where it'll fit in the slot or that it'll close. There's really no easy way to do this. You'll see where the door is catching because you'll start looking around. Okay, oh, it's catching right there, okay? Well, I jacked up the floor, which I made videos on that, so go check out that. But I jacked up the floor, and originally the door was getting caught right here, okay? It was getting caught right here, and you can see those impressions in the wood. Well, after I jacked it up, I can now actually close the door. If I pull it really hard, it'll actually squeeze through there and close. But I had to shave a little bit off. I've started shaving, and I'll show you that in a minute, how I've done that on all these other doors. But I'm just showing you guys something that I'll do and what to look for. So your door is catching right here. So what does that mean? Well, if you go on the other side of the door, you can't see where it's catching. So you have to look at it from the inside, or from this side, okay? I'm looking at it from this side where it catches. Oh, it catches right here. So what I need to do is shave the top of that door off over here to where I can see light. Where I can see light, it'll close. It'll close right here, but if you look down right here, okay, I've cut, and it's hitting right there. See, no light. It'll hit right there. It's not supposed to do that. It needs to come all the way over to where it's hitting right here, but it needs to come over to here, okay? So that's the goal. That's what this video is about. I'm doing that to all of these doors today. And like I said, I've already got this one done, but I'm gonna start with this one. And I actually have to remove this door, okay? This door has to get removed. And you also wanna, because I'm gonna be laying carpet, so you wanna make sure there's enough room underneath the door. I would say 1/2 to 3/4 to be safe. You need 3/4 of an inch underneath your door for carpet and for a pad. Okay, so this is good on this door, and this door, I'm gonna have to take this door off also, and I'm gonna have to cut the bottom of the door off, okay? And this door, there's not enough space, so I'm gonna have to take this door off and cut the bottom of that door off. This door is probably okay, and this one's probably okay, but I have to cut the top of the door off and the side of the door off. So I'm still gonna go ahead and remove this door right now, and I'm gonna take my saw and I'm gonna cut down the side of this door. Now, if you have a door that's not so bad, then here's what I would suggest. I'm gonna show you guys the tools that I'm using. I'm gonna be using a hammer and this here screwdriver to bust the hinges off, not the hinges, but to take the doors off, okay? And this is the multi-tool that I'll be using with a multi-blade on it, metal, wood, all that, okay? And then the saw to cut the bottoms of the doors off, etc. Okay, but here's my suggestion to you guys if the doors are not all that bad. Like for instance, this door right here, it was not all that bad, and you can see it opens and closes great right now. Okay, so what are you gonna be checking? If you can get a door to open and close, but it's just really tight and you're like, oh, it closes, but it's like that. Okay, you don't want it like that. What you want is to check around the door, starting at the bottom, and you'll see there's a gap. This door closes, but it's tight. Okay, well, what are you gonna do? You're gonna start at the bottom here, and you're gonna look and make sure there's a gap. There's a gap, which yesterday, there was not a gap. I worked on this door yesterday, and I made this gap, okay? Up here, you can see there's plenty of room, okay? There's a gap down right here. It's a little bit tight because of the paint, but you can see there's a gap all the way down, and the issues were over here, okay? Now, I could go ahead and clean this up also, but what you're gonna do is, what I do is take this tool right here, and I stick it inside the crack, and I cut all the way up to loosen that crack up and cut off all that paint, cut off anything that's in there that will make it catch. So that's literally all I'm doing. That's why you see this drag mark right here, because I had to cut out right here from the bottom. It was pinching. Well, not anymore. I cut everything right here all the way up. Okay, now I did the same thing on this door, okay? This door is working wonderful as well. It has a new doorknob on it and everything. There's a couple of things I had to do on this door is I had to, you can see, cut this out with the same tool, the multi-tool, the DeWalt. I had to cut this all out right here so that this sets flat, flush. Same thing over here. I had to cut out all of this, you can see, so that this sits flush. Now that that sits flush, this can go shut, okay? And I did the same thing. I ran the tool down the crack. I ran the tool up the crack, okay, to create a barrier of space around so the door can open and close. That's all I've done. Save yourself $500 a door, okay? That's $500, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. You might have somebody come and do this for $700 to $2,500, depending on, it could be even more. Okay, and they're not going to do what I'm doing. They're probably going to do full door replacements, etc. And it could be $5,000 to have somebody come and do a full hallway of doors. 1, 2, 3, 4 doors. These are all solid wood doors. It's going to be a very expensive chore for somebody to do. I'm showing you guys a trick. If you want to get this tool, the tool is only like a couple of $100 or not even that, and you can do all of this. Okay, and if you already have the tool, I'm doing this all for free, and I'm just showing you guys what I'm doing because I'm busting through this project and trying to get it done. But I figured I gotta have to show them what I'm doing. So here's what I'm doing. This is the other door. Like I said, you want 3/4 of an inch under here, 3/4 of an inch under here. We're good. I'm still gonna remove this door to cut the side and off this right here so it closes, because the trick is not work with this. If you have to cut, if you have to cut a bunch of the door off. I want to show you another thing. This door right here, this took a lot of work, okay? This door, you can see it's closed now and it opens and everything, but you can see I actually had to cut the whole door off, and I used that tool. I should have removed the door, but I was just a real thin. You can see here's the actual wood, the lead-based paint, the regular paint on top of that. I literally was locked in here in this bathroom with this door shut, shaving off lead-based paint off of this, and just, you know, it got in my shoes and everything. I don't know, probably whatever, you know. These are just some things you have to, no one else is going to do it for you, brother. You're gonna, you know, whatever, like, it has to get done. Nobody's gonna rent the house if the door doesn't shut. See, so I cut all that off of that door to make it shut. You can see that gap now from the top. Let's see, all the way down to the bottom. The place where it's hitting is right here because I have to put a new doorknob. See, it's just a bad deal, but that is a great door. I've cut all that out and spent a lot of time doing that. Okay, now that this door works, this door works. Like I said, I have to remove this one to cut the bottom off. I have to remove this one to cut the bottom off. So let me show you guys how to remove the doors right now, because I'm about to take this one off right now. So all I'm gonna be doing is hitting, these are very old style, and you might think, oh, you know, whatever. No, they're just like the same. This just stays here like this, and you just beat the heck out of that and beat it up, okay? Same thing down here. You'll notice you just put it on there and beat it up, okay? Then this door will come right out. You don't have to take any screws or nothing. I'm gonna remove it right now, and I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna cut the side of this door off, because you can see I've already started using that multi-tool cutting the side of this, and it's a chore. So just take your circular saw and cut that down. This was the worst door of them all, because it needed to be cut on the top, and it also needed to be cut right here. So I'm creating a new corner on this door. Be a lot easier with a circular saw. So anyway, I'll be right back. I'm gonna take that off and go ahead and get it cut, and then I'll show you what it looks like whenever I get it back in. I forgot to mention two fine details, okay? I spent about an hour using the multi-tool to shave right here as well. You can see I shaved the whole side of the door here, and I shaved a little bit off the door here. I ended up shaving this whole piece off. What piece is that? That'd be this piece right here. The door was catching on that piece right there, so I just said, you know what? Who needs it anyway? So I cut it off, and this is where the door needs to go to anyway. This is what stops the door. So this is just kind of in the way. Part of a 2x4, you can see that trim. They had a little space there. I just said, you know, I'm just gonna shave the whole 2x4 off. So that's what I did. I shaved down right here. I shaved the whole piece off, and now the door closes onto that. Okay, so that's another thing you can do if you can't, you know, for whatever reason, okay? So another thing that I want to mention is, before you remove the door, you're going to need to do a couple of things. First, you can see this door will actually, it shuts. It's actually shut, kind of like locked in to where it would be going. But anyway, so now that you can see that, you want to look, okay, it's fine here. It doesn't need to be cut. It doesn't need to be cut. Okay, so about right here, it needs to be shaved just a little bit. And over here, it needs to be shaved just a little bit. You can see where I stopped right here. It needs to be shaved just a little bit, all the way down. Oh, there's a gap again. Okay, right about where the doorknob is. So basically what I need to do is I need to make a mark. Basically, just remember actually, that right there, I'm gonna be going from that mark all the way up to where I've already got to right here with the circular saw, and then just kind of shaving through with the circular saw and cleaning this up, taking a little bit more off, and this door, then I'll put it back on and see if it shuts and opens, because you can see from here down, it looks pretty good. So we'll start with taking it off and going from here up and see how that does. Another thing that I noticed about this door specifically is because I jacked up the floor, there was a lot of pressure on this before I jacked up the floor, and it has actually, you can see the wiggle. That wiggle right there, that is a problem. So that means this one of these screws is loose, or all of them, and that's probably because of all the weight. So these screws are probably short. What I need to do is put, since this is a solid wood door, I'm gonna put 2-inch screws in here in places of all of these. And by just doing that on this door, the rest of them are fine. And doing these little bits of works and these little bits of things, because they're laying the carpet in a few days, you could potentially save yourself $5,000 just for doing this for free, or a couple of $100 for the tool. Everybody has a hammer and a screwdriver. Here is the door finished, other than the painting and the doorknob. Yeah, a lot of work on this door. But you can see I've opened up that gap all the way around. Okay, there's a gap now all the way around up here. I've shaved that off. I've shaved this off. I've taken off the doorknob. I've cut all the way down to the floor. Ended up having to cut all the way down to the floor there to get that gap. There's plenty of room underneath. I had to take the door off 2 or 3 times to get it to this point. And you can see I'm gonna have to repaint, but that's okay. There's already some things I need to do on this door anyway, so I wasn't all that worried about it. But I will go ahead, and now that this door is working, I'll have to cut this out, and I'm not gonna video that. There's really no easy way to do it. You're just gonna basically have to hacksaw, handsaw, whatever, use a sawzall to cut little lines out towards the edge of this, and then cut all the way around and chip all those little pieces out, okay, so that you can put a new doorknob in, or you can go back with the old doorknob, which is what they did before. But I'm gonna upgrade all the doorknobs to these new doorknobs right here. Much better, much cleaner. A lot of work, obviously, it's not as easy, but I'm gonna put all new doorknobs in, and I've already got videos on all that. Other than cutting out this portion, which there's just no easy way to do that. You're just gonna have to do it. So, or get you another door. Now, anyway, and that might be worth it anyway, but for me, I'm keeping all of the doors, and they all match, and they're all solid wood, so there's no reason for me to get rid of them. They're still working wonderfully. You can see it's real actual solid wood. It's no easy cut, but it's worth it in the end, because these are gonna be good doors for probably another 85 years. So I will see you guys back here after I cut the bottoms of those doors off, put the new doorknobs in, and get the carpet and the pad, or the pad and the carpet laid in, and I'll bring you guys back in on that to see if you're a subscriber following along, see what that looks like. So hang tight. See you here in a few days. In my pocket. Couldn't get it in there. That's what it came up to, down 4. What do they think they're doing down here? Down there in Santa Rosa. Eating ice cream on the beach. Liberty. Yelling liberty out here in Florida. Liberty. Liberty and justice for all. 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 Do doors, not whores. That's what my daddy done told me. Did he say that? It's all blurring out to me. No. Oh. It was do a door and save a whore. Nah, it can't be right. Did my daddy say that?